Welcome to this week's Tyler Talks with yours truly, Tyler Tolman. Yes, I'm a cheese ball, and you love it. Maybe. I hope I don't come across as arrogant or crazy, because I'm really not. Okay, weird video, Tyler. I don't really care. I'm gonna post this video anyway. This is from Summa O'Donnell from Australia. She says, pregnancy! Pregnancy! With 3 exclamation points. Tips for diet, lifestyle suggestions, stretch marks, types of movement, and whatever ancient wisdom. The labor tips. Ta-da! I have had a couple of these things called children, and my father's had many of them. And there are some amazing things that you can do to avoid getting stretch marks. I know for Rochelle had a beautiful pregnancy. Absolutely gorgeous. Never got morning sickness. And the whole time really had an amazing pregnancy. So what I had her do, or I suggested that she did, was we always put extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil or different types of really good avocado oil, different things on her stomach, and just made a ritual every day about putting oil all over the body to allow the skin to stretch without causing scar marks, basically, or stretch marks. So putting oils on every day and making a ritual out of it. Now I think lifestyle-wise, really taking in a lot of nutrients, but before that, before you decide to get pregnancy, I think it's really important to really go through a good cleanse. So if you're planning to have a child, I would say, doing a 21-day juice fast, doing a series of enemas or colonics and digestive cleansing, really going to a detox retreat and spending the time to fully cleanse the body of different toxins, because when we have children, we pass on the genetics of where we're at. And if we're toxic and we got mutations and stuff going on because, we've led a toxic lifestyle, we pass that on to our kids, and that's the last thing we want to do. We want our kids to be healthy, happy, strong, and even better than us. So cleanse your body first and then really live a lifestyle conducive for health. Now, during pregnancy, I would say the most important things are just going for long walks. Walking really balances us. It gets rid of a lot of stress. Walking for 30, 45 minutes twice a day just balances the mind. I think creating a stress-free environment is exactly what we need to be doing for women. So men, if you can step it up and do whatever you can to support the women. If you know a pregnant woman, doing whatever you can to help support her within that process. With work, if she's really stressed out, really cutting back from work. Not being stressed out. Getting out into the sun. The sun, believe it or not, produces lots of nutrients within the body. So getting out in the sun on a daily basis, even if it's just during your 30 to 45 minute walk, really getting the sun's rays, developing that vitamin D, it calms and relaxes the nerves, it gives you strength, and it's really just a beautiful thing that will help in the process. I know Rochelle laid out in the sun every day, she got in the pool, she went for long walks, she really had an amazing pregnancy. So the oils, sunshine, walking, dietarily, I would say do your best to smash through lots of fresh fruits, especially in the morning hours. Juices. By juicing, you can be taking in a lot of really good nutrients. And if your body is lacking certain things, that's what's really going to bring on morning sickness. Because all of a sudden, when this baby starts to develop and it starts wanting all the nutrients, and all of a sudden you're super deficient so that you're giving the baby everything it needs, you get sick, you're nauseous, it's just like the baby's zapping you. So that's pretty much what's happening. So to keep really a big amount of nutrients coming in is ideal. So that's where juicing greens, juicing vegetables, juicing fruits, having different forms of juices, having smoothies, and even eating just fresh fruits, especially those things that are in season, because that's what our body's really looking for in that time. And doing most of the fruits and juices and smoothies in the morning hours, I think is fantastic. But when you're pregnant, if you're feeling more hungry, if you have a craving, I actually believe it's good to honor the cravings that you have and satiate that. So if you're really craving something weird or something you normally wouldn't even have, instead of going through the stress of like, oh, I'm not going to eat that because that's bad, just eat it. Relax. have some of that food and satiate it, but then go and also have some really healthy food. So afternoon, having wraps with a lot of greens, onions, mushrooms, sprouts, having a sandwich, maybe avocado, tomato, whatever, some salt, some Essene bread. Now avocados are shaped like the womb and cervix, take exactly 9 months to grow, and are one of the best foods for putting on good fats and also getting all the good nutrition. An avocado is a complete food. What that means is it completely has everything you need. So if you smash through some avocados every day by having guacamole or having it on a sandwich, and having a variety of stuff, it's really going to be beneficial. You'll be putting on the good fats for pregnancy. And after you give birth, continuing with the avocados, studies show that by getting those good fats, you'll be able to shed the bad fat fairly quickly. What else? It's a good environment, sunshine, exercise, walking, maybe breathing exercises, doing a level of yoga even, some type of yoga or Pilates or stretching to keep everything limber and moving. It's still good to do a little bit of strength training, because if our muscles and everything get too weak and we're not flexible, it can really start to cause some issues on the reproductive organs and in different places in the body. Relationships is key. Doing your best to really have a good relationship. And, people around a pregnant woman, do your best to really just support her. She needs support. She's going through massive changes. And women can be quite emotional and, when they're pregnant as well. So really just holding space and not reacting to it, and knowing that something really beautiful is going to come from really being relaxed and supporting a woman during that pregnancy. It might be 9 months of hell, guys. Well, I'm in trouble now. Could be, but just deal with it. There's some really good things that are going to come from that, having children. And passion. Ladies, if you can be into your passion and still focus on doing things that you love while you're pregnant, it's going to help with energy, vitality, and everything else. So with that, I hope I've covered most of it when it comes to pregnancy. Cleanse beforehand. Oh, there's this thing of conception as well. We call it conceiving or conception to have a child, but I don't think a lot of people really give that a lot of thought. And I think that we should. Having a concept of having a child is a beautiful thing. Imagine coming together in a loving situation with a partner where you're making love and you're intentionally creating a child. Imagine holding a vision in your mind, a man and a woman having imagination and using that and creating a concept of a beautiful girl or a beautiful boy that you would like to have, and the futures of that beautiful girl or boy. What's the eye color? How tall is this boy or girl? What's the personality traits? What are the good things that I have as a man and the good things that you have as a woman that could come together to create this perfect being? And holding that concept, maybe even writing it out, what you want to create, and then coming together in this bonding and having a beautiful experience. So prior to getting pregnant, really cleansing, man and woman, both of you together, having a beautiful concept for what you want to create, and then living a lifestyle that is stress-free, getting out in the sun, a bit of exercise, a lot of whole foods, and allowing yourself to go with the cravings. I don't care what it is. Ladies, you're going to have crazy cravings, and I think, this is my personal opinion, just allow yourself to experience it. Because if you hold back, it might create stress, it might make things even worse. And if you go satiate it, you know what? Maybe it's just a one-time thing, you satiate it and then it's gone. Okay? So I hope those were some good tips about pregnancy, and good luck with that. Have a great day.